Hey guys, welcome to the continuation of my Bold, Brave, Empowered series. If you've yet to actually check out the one from last week, where it was me overcoming my fear of driving, please check it out. And it's available for you guys here on my playlist. That one last week literally had me in tears at the ending because I had so many emotions going. I was excited, I was nervous, and I was also just like, conquering this major mountain is what it felt like, or a beast per se. So it was really, really exciting to actually show you guys what I'm doing when it comes to really overcoming my fear of driving. And the reason why I created this series was to actually show people what a bold, brave, and empowered life looks like. Even though my bottles are called Empowered by Finda and it's the bold, the brave, and empowered woman, I literally have to show you like the things that I've dealt with, the things that I continuously am still going through. The driving is something I'm still dealing with today. But today is actually my body imaging issues that took me 11 years to really, I would say, overcome it. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Let's get empowered together. So today, 11 years of poor body imaging. I'm going to take you guys back, way back to the 90s in central Pennsylvania. And this platform really has turned into something almost like this open diary per se, me really kind of just like spewing out things that I felt like have always kind of held me back, or things that I've actually been suffering like in silence for, but in a bit, and I feel like no one's perfect, and that's just literally like me putting myself out there and showing people exactly what I've gone through. And now I feel like sometimes, a lot of the times in hindsight, the things that you actually have gone through, they're serving a purpose. And I feel like the purpose is helping me serve today is to speak to someone out there who also has probably gone through or going through poor body imaging, and exactly how it literally affects like everything that you do in your life. So getting into it, I would say it started about 16 to 17 years old when 16 to 7 years old in central Pennsylvania. I remember actually having crushes, like the guys that I had crushes on. Like, I was not literally their ideal body type per se. I'm dark skinned, I have curves, I have lips, so all of those things really did not kind of meet their criteria, what they were looking for. And at the time, I know in the 90s we had people like, of course, Oprah Winfrey. You have supermodel Naomi Campbell, Beverly Johnson, so many amazing African-American women that were on the screen. But for me, for some odd reason, I didn't really look at those women to say, okay, yeah, those are beauties and those are powerhouses, those are empowered women. Those are empowered women. I actually looked at other women to actually say, okay, this is exactly what beauty should look like. And it was the women that kind of resembled the girls that the guys who I had a crush on kind of, were into. And it's much more like the Barbie kind of type, the very, very tiny girl, and very, the blonde, the blue eyes, the green eyes, whatever it was. I was not that picture, and I was trying to fit into those shoes. So it kind of went through this whole thing of me wishing and hoping that I actually looked more the way they looked. I know it's really silly just even saying it out loud, but it's something that was very, very real for me. I was wishing and hoping that I actually looked the way they looked, to feel more beautiful. But it was a long, long journey of, I would say, just really like it was more self-hate. It was self-loathing, because there was a part in that journey that when I look back at it now at 45 that I did around, I think I did that in my late teens. Maybe I was mid-teens, about 16 years old, 16 to 17 years old. For 2 years around that time, I remember not wanting to look at my reflection. I would not look in the mirror at all. I always covered up. I did not look in the mirror. Did not want to look in the mirror because I did not like the image that I saw looking back at me. And it was wild that for 2 years I actually literally felt that way, not being proud of who I am, not being proud of the girl that was looking back at me. So it led into a lot of, I would say, eating my food. There was a lot of purging, of course. I was not excited, I'm not, proud of that part. A lot of purging, a lot of laxatives that I actually took just so I could look like this ideal image in my mind, which I thought beauty was. And then it came to like after graduating high school, I found something that was perfect. I found fitness competitions. I'm like, oh man, I can do fitness competitions because my body type, I gain muscle really fast, which is actually a blessing in a way. I gained muscle. But then at 22 years old, I competed from 22 to like 2 years. No, actually, no, I competed more than that. My last competition was like, I was 28 years old. But in my 20s, gaining muscle and having so much attention, that was great attention, also negative attention, not really feeling confident in myself, that kind of led to a whole different path of me really having this major battle with my body. I remember actually going on stage the first time, and when you're competing, if you're not familiar with fitness competitions, you are literally going through this vigorous diet for about 16 weeks. So I would say 14 to 16 weeks. So it's like, completely just water, very low carbs sometimes, really high protein, you're exercising, completely different than what your average person would do for when it comes to staying healthy and staying well. So the day of the morning of the show, your body looks really ripped. You look really, really lean. I loved exactly how I looked my very first day on stage. You're also very dehydrated. So the weight that you have then is not actually your realistic weight. But I did not want to lose that, weighing like 120 something pounds, even though my body does not really go down that my body's not designed to be that small. But I wanted to hold on to that so badly because I felt like, okay, I found something really where my body's gonna, just look great forever. So the exercise, which was supposed to be incredibly healthy of a routine for me, became more of a downward spiral. Like I was in the gym even after competing. I was in the gym 7 days a week, sometimes 7 days a week, but I would say more 6 days a week for 2 hours a day. And I felt like now looking back at it, because now I only work out anywhere between 25 minutes to 45 minutes. Sometimes I would say once in a while I'll do an hour. I felt like I was like a slave to the gym just simply because I wanted to look a certain way that actually was not really real for me. I know there are people out there that compete and that's what they look like all the time, but for me, it was not a real thing for me to do. And it was something where I just felt like if I look like this, every guy's gonna like me. Everyone's gonna like me if I look like this all the time. Everyone's gonna like me. But I was constantly looking for other people to actually tell me, yeah, Finda, you're beautiful. Finda, you look absolutely amazing. Well, the one person who was supposed to actually tell me that I never told myself that. I was the person that I was supposed to, give myself that okay, that, you're different and you're amazing and you're beautiful. Now I was that thing that I was looking for from the outside. It took me years for me to actually find that inside, for me to tell myself, hey, Finda, you're absolutely okay. Hey, Finda, you're absolutely beautiful. Hey, Finda, you're completely different and you've got this. You're unique in your own way. But now working out, I would say for, as I said, 25 minutes a day. I absolutely love everything about myself now. It's crazy. Back then, going through like this major routine of actually, working out 6 days a week, there were times during that time working out for 2 hours, if my friends would call me, my middle name is Janet, but they call me Jay in PA. If my friends would call me like, hey Jay, we're gonna go out for the evening, would you want us to swing by and pick you up? I literally would not go, or I would go if only I got on the floor and actually did like a bunch of push-ups or sit-ups or just jump rope for 1,000 times upstairs in my parents' attic, where I would be dripping down sweat. So then I would feel great. If I did not work out that day, I would not go anywhere. That's how insane this my body imaging really, really affected me. It wasn't until 2008 when I moved to New Jersey. I think it was around 2010. I don't know why I did this, but I decided to write myself a letter. I wrote myself a letter apologizing to myself for all of the things that I've put my body through. And I'm not quite sure exactly why, as I said, but I truly believe that was the beginning of my healing, me writing that letter to myself. And ever since writing that letter to myself at 32, all the things I did to my body, all the things I actually thought about myself, they didn't go away 100%, but I would say about 95% I was much better. I was literally on my way to my healing, to where I am today. Today, I have this amazing relationship with food. I have an amazing relationship with my body, myself. Literally myself. I covered up myself for a good amount of time in my 20s. I literally wanted to constantly keep covering up my body because I felt like I was not good enough. But today, if I can literally walk around naked, which I can't, if I can literally walk around naked, I would do that because I just feel so empowered, and I feel like to celebrate myself every day. And I just feel so like the uniqueness about myself makes me want to love myself even more and more. And I'm sure out there that someone or you guys are going through, or you went through something similar like that when it comes to not feeling great, good enough, when it comes to comparing yourself to others. But I have to say that my message behind this overcoming an eating disorder and overcoming poor body imaging is learn exactly how to be okay with you. There's only one you. And when you realize exactly how badass you are, things really start changing for you. Life is not always going to be perfect all the time. You're definitely going to have like major downs, and you're definitely going to have like, ups. But when you actually love yourself, when you actually hit your downs, it's not going to be that bad. You're going to be able to bounce back a little bit faster. And so that's literally my message when it comes to my poor body imaging. I did not know exactly how to do this footage today. I wanted to be more creative, but I thought the best part would be for me to be very candid, sit here on my bed. As you can see, I'm sitting here on my bed. So, messing up the camera. So I just thought like that, to be very candid with you guys and to just be very open. As I said, I feel like it's more of an open diary that I'm sharing here with you guys about this journey. My empowered journey literally has become more of me. Yeah, me being the brand, because I have so many things that I've gone through, and I have so many things that I'm celebrating now that I definitely would love to celebrate with you guys. As always, guys, thank you so much for always stopping by. Please let me know how my content is actually helping you guys. And if you've gone through anything like this and you're going through something like this right now, please feel free to comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe so we can be empowered together. Bye.